Guys, this is the life of a digital entrepreneur, a digital nomad, somebody who travels and works. And I gotta tell you, it is a beautiful situation to be living in a time period when you can work and travel and be nomadic and not have to go into an office and continue to grow your skills, your business, everything that makes you successful, and find ways to see the world. In this video, I want to tell you why you should continue to get into coding, programming, digital marketing, graphic design, social media management, marketing in general, sales, all these positions that can be done nomadically, done remotely, and done while you're able to travel the world and see new places. Check it out.
Final Web Design, this is Steve.
Alright guys, how are we doing today? Steve Mingleco, Final Web Design, and today I want to talk about one big benefit of why I stay in technology and in IT, and that's the ability to travel and be nomadic and go where you want and see the world. When you are in IT and you are working on computers all day, every day, it can get to be a lot of time, or at least I do. I work basically 10 to 12 hours every single day on my business, on learning to code, on new skills, on programming languages, on all the different things that are needed to have a successful business. And what's happened really in this post-2020 situation is being able to work remotely and being able to manage a business, to manage clients, to manage software from your own location. And it is the absolute biggest benefit. So as you can see here, guys, take a look around. This is Panama City, Panama. A super beautiful city. I really suggest if you ever get the opportunity to come here, you come here. It's an amazing city, but I really travel everywhere. I travel throughout the United States. I travel throughout Central America. I travel throughout South America. I don't really go overseas too much because I like to be in the same time zone as my companies. So I usually stay in the Americas, but it's not to say you can't go overseas. In fact, even some of our employees are out of Asia. Actually, several of them are out of India. So as you can tell, this is one of the biggest benefits that you're going to find working as a web developer. And now what happens so much when you're into computers and software and running businesses is that, again, you get stuck in a position where you are working a lot. And being able to change up your environment and find new places and scenes and people and different things that you need to address when you're actually working in these type of areas is very helpful. It's a great mind release for all the hours that you put in working and learning and picking up new skills and getting more experienced with all the things that are needed, because everybody knows technology is changing every day. Business is changing every day, and being able to travel will really help break up a lot of those situations that you find yourself working in, and it really helps me continue to grow and continue to work and put in all the hours that are really needed. That's the first thing, is just traveling is a great release from all the hours that you have to work. Going to new places, seeing new things, meeting new people. It's you can't replace that sitting in one city all day every day, or one town all day every day. That's the first thing I would basically say. The second thing is that when you travel, a lot of these countries are far more affordable than what you find in the United States. So what you can do here with your paycheck, what you can do in a lot of these countries is going to be a lot better than what you are able to do in the United States. And if you're already making a lot of money, I know a lot of that doesn't really matter. It's kind of second nature. But at the same time, being able to have the US dollar and continue to travel is just an excellent benefit of being out there and being around the world and continuing to experience new things. So for me, as you can see there, that is the downtown, beautiful area. And then over here is the water. So I just want to say, guys, with that being said, is that as a nomadic traveler, it is very possible. In fact, I recommend it. I recommend that anybody who is working in IT or working in computers or working in software engineering, that they do work in some type of remote nomadic type environment, because obviously the benefits are immense. There's so many things you could do, there's so many things to see. And then when you do go back, after I probably get off this video, go get some food, and I will work again. I will work again. I have a website that I have to get out Monday for a client. It popped up last minute Friday. The guy wanted to pay the right amount. He needed it done. I'm like, I'm your man. We'll get it done for you. And that's the thing. When you learn to travel, it's not really working on a Saturday, because I can get up on Monday and not work if I want. I'm nomadic. I'm remote. Yes, I have to be able to answer calls. Yes, you need to be able to make phone calls, emails. Yes, you need to be responsive with people. But staying in very good communication is not that hard to do. Really, one of the probably best things that I have is that I don't have a lot of Wi-Fi data service when I leave the place. I basically have to make all my calls and all of my conversations when I'm at the apartment or I'm out at a place with Wi-Fi. But what you'll find is even here in this boardwalk area is they have a free public Wi-Fi. So I can connect almost everywhere. Almost any restaurant, almost any hotel, almost any business, they're gonna have some type of Wi-Fi available. Usually I'll just ask for the password, connect up, not a problem. And as far as phone calls, I mean, I usually try to stay around the office areas about 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. However, if I can't, I will, I guess I'll just make those calls when I get back. So guys, as software engineering professional, I would say probably one of the best benefits is that you have the ability to travel. I was born in Minneapolis. I love that city, but it's too cold for me. And right now in October going into November, I can't be in a cold environment. I can't work good. I need to get out. I need to sweat. I love to sweat because it just feels like it releases a lot of the toxins in me. I like to walk, I like to work out. These are all things that are a little bit hard to do up in Minneapolis, but the jobs and the money up in Minneapolis are great. And then also in like Miami, where I'm actually headquartered my office. However, I just kind of wanted to go over this video to talk to you guys how I'm a nomadic developer, how I'm a nomadic computer specialist, business owner, and just all the benefits that you're gonna find out there working in software in 2022, going into 2023. This is not like people are getting more and more pressured into going back to the office. I think if any industry, this industry is the industry where people are learning how to work with project management software such as Asana, with project management softwares as Agile and Scrum meetings, and all these things that keep people able to get software built well being in their own locations. And one issue that you might find is some of these countries in Central America, the infrastructure is maybe not as good as you're used to. Sometimes maybe the internet and some of the outlets that you're used to in the States aren't as available. However, in the other ones, it has gotten to a point where you're finding more and more that that's not an issue. I mean, at least for the basics of even pushing up videos and heavy internet usage items, it's very maintainable. I have really no issues anymore. There's sometimes if you go to remote like beach cities or little towns, it can be a little bit more. But again, guys, look at this. I mean, this is a modern city built with, the latest in 10 years. Half of these buildings have been built. So that being said, guys, I just wanted to talk about how possible it is to be a remote developer, why I choose to be a remote developer, some of the benefits of being a remote developer, and why I think like anybody really this day and age should be working at being a digital nomad. There is no reason to go into an office every single day and work for the man and tell them exactly what you want to do when you can come out here and build your own life. Yes, it is not necessarily easy, but is going to a 9 to 5 easy? No. Going to an office every day is not easy either. And the benefits too of, again, just the cost. What you need to survive in the United States for, $5,000-$6,000 a month compared to what you're gonna need here is significantly less. So you might not have to make near as much, or alternative like me is you just save more. You save more and you put that money into other things such as stocks, your real estate portfolio, your crypto portfolio, and I can't think of a better way to live. I honestly can't. There is the thing of missing your family and some of your friends, but I go back. It's not like I can't get on a plane and be back tomorrow. I can get up, find an airplane ticket, be back. They're relatively cheap. I usually travel by myself, so it's not like I'm buying tickets for kids and families and all that. So I can get back when I need to. And that's maybe the one downfall. But other than that, maybe you guys can leave a comment of what you could think like one of the more negative effects of being digital or being nomadic is, but I honestly don't. The one other thing I would maybe say is that you might, at least if you're staying in the Americas, you're gonna have to figure out some Spanish. Yo hablo mucho español, yo hablo todos días, no problema para mí. You're gonna have to pick up some of those skills, but the thing is, if you can already code and you can already program, picking up a foreign language really shouldn't be that difficult. In fact, it's almost like learning another language. And I say that like a programming language, because basically what you're doing is you're learning the structure of their language. You're learning a lot of like words or, functions and methods and things that all come together to use the language. And you don't have to be perfect. I mean, living in the United States, I'm sure you hear, I'm assuming most listeners are from the United States. We have a lot of foreign immigration from different countries and from different parts of the world. So obviously, their Spanish isn't out, or English isn't always perfect either. And just learning to make small conversations with people, they're going to understand that you're not a native Spanish speaker, and they're going to understand that you don't, have first language Spanish skills, but clearly they can understand what you're trying to say or what you're trying to get across. So guys, with that being said, I wanted to again kind of go over why I love being a nomadic developer. I think it's going to rain here. We got some pretty strong winds kicking in. I love it. I couldn't think of any other way to do this. It is such a blessing. Today I'm in, again, Panama City. As you can see, that's a Panama City downtown. Pretty cool. And then I'm probably going to go off to maybe South America, maybe Colombia. Got to stop in Peru for a friend's birthday. I kind of even want to get down to Argentina and Chile. I haven't been that far, but why not? What? I guess I just don't have any plans. I just stay in places with good internet, stay busy working, stay busy bringing in dollars and new business, growing my business. And the one other thing I'll say before I get off here is, if clients need to meet, if I need to go back to the office in Miami, because I do have an office in Miami, I will go back for a $150 airplane ticket, sit down for a $4,000 or $5,000 sale. It's not that big of a deal. I can, fit it in. It's all tax deductible. It's all written off on the business. So guys, if you can, practice coding, practice learning skills for 2022, graphic design, social media management, marketing, sales. All these positions can be done remotely these days, and I highly recommend that you get out there and try to learn these skills so that you also can find yourself in a position where you can work digitally, work remotely. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for staying in. Had to get a video out. It's been a little while. It's a lot going on, so take care, guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.